Welcome back to CCTV episode number, we're not entirely sure.
100! We made it!
Matt
we did
might
it.
know.
100 episodes.
Do you know how many episodes?
I think it's 50.
50 episodes. Okay, well, I guess straight to introductions. We're here with Matthew. I don't know what your last name is, man.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but he hasn't been part of any CCTV at all, but has been part of this company for over a decade.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Here you are now. We're going to ask you some very hard-hitting questions. I have a list of questions. Actually, these are just ads.
To Matthew Broderick, by the way.
Okay, that's what
I knew that.
Matthew Broderick is the editor of this
We're
podcast.
also here with the wonderful, beautiful, talented Alec, who's dressed like he's ready for something.
I am ready for some. Would the video have come out by now?
No, the video wouldn't have come out.
We already talked about that.
Just so you're aware, we're at the park next to the LA River, and we filmed some shenanigans. Don't know which camera. Lindsay's also here.
What's up?
She's been here a few times though.
It's been a while.
Trained veteran of the.
What the hell?
Oh, it's that truck. I saw that truck on the street.
It's a tow truck.
I don't know.
I think it's
Okay.
from Miranda's.
Anyways, this is going to be a short podcast.
Well, we're here after hours. We're on some like residential property, some apartment complex area that was like gated off, but I thought it was nice.
It's called Frogtown.
It is
Frogtown.
called Frogtown.
Yeah.
That's the neighborhood between the river and the freeway?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
That's
you were
right.
setting up a joke. They were going to say it's called Frogtown, and they were going to say like a second part to that. It's actually called Frogtown.
Yeah, that's what the gangbangers call it.
The gangbangers. Jesus Christ.
That's also what like the realtors call
That's
it.
why we gotta, yeah.
The realtors are the gangbangers.
This is the first CCTV since James, God bless his soul, left this earth and is currently going through surgery. And also Brett's out of town. He's on some business trip. Maybe later he'll tell us about it. I don't know. I don't actually know what he does after work. But here we are. And I think this is going to be a good one. I think you'd be surprised by how good of a podcast we're going to have. But let's probably go through an ad first. Is there
I thought you were setting up like a smooth transition, like a segue
to what?
to an ad. You just said, nah, I'm just going to pivot it.
Do you want me to redo that? What's
Do
the
a
smooth
segue.
what's the smooth transition? Oh, you might be wondering, is this podcast going to be good? Is it going to be shit? Well, you know what you should change is your shit-stained underwear and replace it with MeUndies.
Oh.
That's right. MeUndies is back at it again. I got some on right now. Check these bad
Oh,
boys.
nice.
Wine and
What's on
cheese, dude.
Wine and
Wine and
cheese.
cheese. That's
Wine
great.
and fucking cheese. In fact, it's Valentine's Day. It's right around the corner. And rather than spending all that money going out to fancy restaurants, why not just hang out in your underwear all night, courtesy of MeUndies? I kind of like that. MeUndies uses the coveted micromodal fabric, which is 3 times softer than cotton. This fabric generally feels like actual heaven against your skin, against your buttocks, whatever you got down there. You can also get a style that's perfectly suited for you. Men and women can each choose from 4 different cuts, all of which are available from classic colors to adventurous prints. My favorite style is the boxer briefs, and that's, I've been rocking that since middle school or high school.
Same pairs?
No, different pairs.
Oh, okay.
In fact, all the pairs I had, I threw out and got MeUndies, dude. Speaking of prints, this V-Day season, MeUndies will be releasing a new print every Tuesday. That means you and your loved one can chill in matching prints for V-Day and play the game of how long can we keep these on? But why stop at undies? This year, MeUndies is launching their V-Day prints in lounge pants and onesies as well. Both are made from the same micromodal fabric as their undies. MeUndies is a great offer for all the listeners of this podcast. For any first-time purchasers, when you order MeUndies, you get 50% off and free shipping. This is a no-brainer. Get 15% off a pair of the most comfortable undies you will ever put on. To get your first 15% off pair with the free shipping, by the way, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/CCTV. That's MeUndies.com/CCTV. And like I said, I use them all the time. In fact, most of the sponsors that we have on our podcast and our videos, great people, great products, even more. We use Quip, we use MeUndies, we use Honey, we use everything that we talk about. So very fortunate to have people and company sponsors that aren't complete garbage. Anyway, speaking of complete garbage, the lighting is just terrible, and apologies for anyone viewing at home, but if you're listening, nothing's changed. We're still here in this park.
In Frogtown.
Okay.
Frogtown.
Well, like I said, this is the first podcast since James broke his leg. Can can't really talk to him about it because he's not here. But I figured we might talk about it. I don't know if you guys have any
Our
words of wisdom.
experiences with the whole thing.
Well, yeah. Particularly, you know what's actually the most important thing is Matt was behind the camera when all this happened.
I was, yeah.
Yes, you were.
Matt was kind of the one who egged him on to do it.
I never egged him on.
Well, okay, you didn't egg him on, but you're the one who you should have stopped him. Is what I'm saying.
I should have stopped him.
You should have stopped.
I wanted to see him do it.
We all did.
He didn't listen to you though.
He didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to anybody.
How long have you been skateboarding for, Matt?
Since I was like maybe in high school.
In high school, okay. And have you ever seen an injury of that degree?
No, not from a 2-foot ramp. Not short of. No.
How about like from like a 10-foot ramp? Because I think that's what the doctors first.
No, I've seen people like knock themselves out and
Okay.
have to be like lifted away, but I
Right.
don't know what they broke.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. The only thing worse I've seen is like boards actually like hitting people in the face and actual blood and like guts. So that's worse.
That's pretty fucked up.
The whole thing was so avoidable in retrospect. Like, if he didn't hold the fucking chain, he could have fell in a way that would have he could have hurt himself.
I wonder why there hasn't been like a hold the chain meme with like Hodor.
There has.
Has there? Yeah, from
I just
Game of Thrones.
like if he didn't do that, he probably wouldn't have dislocated his shoulder. He might have landed on his ankle weird.
I think he would have landed it.
You think it would have landed it?
Yeah.
He could have done it. I think he just had to commit
I don't know.
to
Brett
it.
did it like 12 times and he never landed it. But he also didn't hurt himself because he didn't hold on to the chain.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some fucking Savage Lens. I'm telling you, James isn't even here to defend himself. He's in surgery.
He would say this himself.
Would he say this himself?
He did say it himself.
I guess in hindsight.
I watched his like stream clip, whoever clipped the part where he talked about it, and he's
Okay.
like, I fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's evident by the fact that it was him and just himself fucking up, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's we've been doing it like Couch Hops existed for I think this is year 3 technically. Is that how that works? Or year 4? I lost track of time and I don't know, just sanity. But in all the crazy stuff that we've done, no one's really gotten injured. Like we've had, calls to the poison control and like cuts and bruises and whatever. People having to like take a breather out of gasping for breath, but no one's ever had to actually go to the emergency, get x-rays, and now like go into surgery. And that's pretty surprising.
That's a first.
Well, that is a first.
It's crazy because like when it happened, a lot of people were getting angry over it, like over the, I guess, kind of the reaction that we all had, that we weren't helping him or something. But when that's happening, you genuinely don't know what's happening. Like you can't. How can we know that he broke something, right?
Right.
He's laying on the floor. There was a certain point where, evidently there was something wrong, but when it's at first, like he himself doesn't even know what's wrong,
I don't know if that's hitting that or not.
Oh.
I definitely knew he broke his ankle.
You knew?
Yeah.
How did you know?
Because that was the first, because I saw it. I saw like what's in the video, which we had to blur on YouTube, but it's on Patreon. Like I saw that in real life and I was like, that did not look normal. That's why the first thing I asked him was about his ankle and he said something about his shoulder. And I was like, your shoulder? What the fuck about your ankle? I watched what happened to your ankle.
I guess, we blurred it on YouTube because I was just worried that it was gonna get flagged for graphic content.
And yeah, that was a smart move.
You can't just show people break bones on YouTube. Like as weird or epic as that was, like on the channel, you can't show that.
But you can on Patreon.
You can on Patreon.
Which we did.
So if you're a Mid Club member, you got to see some pretty gross stuff that would normally only exist on Live Leak. But in the footage, his ankle just does it literally does like a reverse. It's like cartoon.
It like bends back underneath of him and then like springs out, like boing.
It was like a bad Bethesda animation, like that you'd see in Skyrim, that someone's fucking leg just like shoots out under themselves. Like I couldn't believe it when I was like slowing down the footage. Like his leg disappeared under him and then popped back up.
I couldn't
gnarly.
watch it after the first time.
It was gnarly. It was bad. And you had to edit that too, so you had to watch it several times over.
No, I only watched it the one time and then I put the blur on it and then like I tracked it so it was blurred. And then every time I had to watch it, it was blurred after that.
It was pretty visceral seeing it from the security cam, because we looked at the security footage after it happened, and you only see it from a distance, and it already looked bad. So then seeing the footage up close,
lot of noises
There's a
here.
train.
Can you see anything? Is it just totally pitch dark?
How do we look? Good?
You good?
Protein. That's impossible. Then who is?
What up, James? It's Bam Margera here in Vegas, and Nikki just seemed like she won. She put in what? How much? 25 cents? It's still going. Anyway, I heard you broke your ankle in 2 different spots. Well, I just did in 3 different spots, and I'm telling you, it fucking sucks, but I hope you heal up well. And also, shout out to your YouTube channel, Cow Chop. Is it your birthday? No, it isn't, but it's hers. Rock and roll.
There's also, I mean, there's
some
an
light
area
over there. Let's go over there maybe. Let's see what's up.
All right, for those listening, audio listeners, we are moving.
We got kicked out by a
locations because
vicious
it's too dark.
Frogtown
This
gang.
is what I feared. It looks like you could have like a party here.
Yeah.
We're about to.
Well, that's what we're having
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
about to.
We're about to.
Okay.
Speaking of having parties, guys, you know who has parties in your mouth? Germs and bacteria. But you know who can save that?
That was a good segue.
Quip. Guys, I've heard of Quip. You use Quip on this
do.
podcast. We use Quip all the time. Let me tell you about Quip real quick. The new year means new resolutions, and we've got one you're working on twice every day. It's your oral health. And with Quip electronic toothbrush, sticking to good habits is simple. The guiding features are like a built-in support system for better brushing. Who here uses Quip, guys? You
I do.
use Quip all the
I
time,
use
Alan?
Quip. I use it every day.
Yeah?
I'm a Quip guy, you know.
Okay.
Once you go Quip, you never go back. You know what they say.
Once you go Quip, you never go
Yeah.
back.
It's great though. It actually is like no memes. It actually is a really good toothbrush.
That's what we like to hear. It's got sensitive sonic vibrations for an effective clean that's gentle on your sensitive gums. Why? Because people brush too hard, and some electric toothbrushes are too abrasive. They just get in there, tear your mouth up, you're bleeding, you think you have gingivitis, you go to the dentist, he's like, no dude, just don't brush so hard.
That actually did happen to me.
Yeah?
My doctor actually said I'm brushing too hard.
Well, there you go, dude. Now you got Quip. The brush heads are automatically delivered on a dentist recommended schedule every 3 months for just $5. A friendly reminder when it's time for a refresh and to stay committed to your oral health. Because 75% of used old worn out bristles are ineffective. Quip is one of the first electronic toothbrushes accepted by the American Dental Association. They're backed by over 25,000 dental professionals, and they have thousands of verified 5-star reviews. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/CCTV right now, you can get your first refill pack for free. That's your first refill pack for free at getquip.com/CCTV. Yeah, I just wanted to get our sponsors out there first and foremost.
Yeah.
All right, well, hope James has a good recovery, all that stuff. Originally, like I said, we're just gonna have, I think Kale was an important podcast. Kale had stuff to do. Brett is, like I said, out of town. But more importantly, Matt is here.
That's right.
Matt is here, and he didn't even volunteer for this.
No.
I made him sit here and talk to us.
But the fans are going wild.
So what are some of the? Because I've seen some of the fan art that you've gotten, some of the Matt art.
Yeah.
Because there's a few instances where you've appeared in a few videos.
Right.
You made your appearance in that, like, what was that video
Floor's
called?
Lava.
The Floor's
Floor's
Lava.
Lava.
That's right. And just recently you were in a food challenge video,
Well, that video is coming out tomorrow, technically.
Coming out
which is coming out tomorrow, dude.
As they're
Keep
watching
an eye
this
out.
on Wednesday.
It's hysterical.
Actually, it was really funny.
Yeah.
Matt was a phenomenal Oscar-winning character in this episode.
What was your name again? Oh, wait.
No
Can we tell?
spoilers.
We can't
His name's
tell.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
As a result of some of the few appearances, you've had people make fan art of you. And have you ever experienced that level of artistry before?
No.
No.
No. But there should be more, I think.
All these,
There should be
he's
more.
putting the
Matt
call for.
stands.
He's putting the request out. He wants more.
I hope there's
fan
like
art.
a hardcore, like Matt shipping audience. That
Who do you think
Who
they
are they
ship him
shipping him with?
I don't know.
Himself?
Just
yeah.
two Matts.
Two Matts making out.
Actually, never mind. I
Putting
think I take
ideas
that
into
back.
their heads.
The mat stands are literally shaking right now.
Matt, you got your start at. Well, I'm assuming I was gonna say Machinima, but that's probably not
No.
accurate at all. You
I worked at Machinima for like a week.
okay?
Oh,
on
did
a
you actually?
Yeah.
What
on a
was it?
show that was like a pilot that was a miserable failure.
Oh. Oh.
And that
I
was
didn't
it.
know that.
What year was
what
that?
was the pilot?
It was called Mixtape.
Yeah.
So we made a pilot, and I think it did really bad, but they made like one episode of Mixtape, which is now lost to time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all
Now that
gone now.
Machinima's
What was
all
the
gone.
premise?
It was like a music show for Machinima, where
On
they went.
brand,
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, recently Machinima had. I mean, they're just pretty much gone off the face of the earth. Lindsay had
I
a
used
pretty
to
big
work
role in Machinima.
Well, and I was just reading an article today about that thing, and the title of the article is "Machinima is a good reminder of just how disposable the internet is."
But they didn't delete all the videos. I think they just privated.
They're
Yeah.
They
as
seemingly
far as I know, they're
privatized it.
privated.
Are they allowing requests to be taken for creators who had videos on there?
That I don't know.
Pull their videos out.
I don't know what to assume with that because technically they do own the rights to the series you make under their brand.
I had a lot of videos.
They did.
on the
They had a
wrong
lot of
channel
videos.
that
Which,
we
well,
made.
going back to that article, proves how the disposable internet is. Machinima was never like an entity that made content. They were, they were a company that uploaded other people's videos.
We
and
made content.
they uploaded other people's videos, and then eventually, they received a lot of backlash from people that didn't feel like they were being compensated fairly, and that's when all the drama came out, and I think kind of ruined their image for the most part.
Okay. Well, there's years and years worth of content, both made in-house by teams like Inside Gaming and ETC, Machinima Realm, back when Brett and I were working on it, but after we both
But when
ended.
you say that though, but ETC, I think was the last one to leave. But like Funhouse broke off from Machinima,
Yeah.
so is that technically Machinima's content if Funhouse leaves and makes their own company as a result of it?
What do you mean?
Well, they're completely separate from Machinima at that point.
Right.
But at the time, they were an in-house team.
yeah,
I just don't think of.
Like when Brett and I were working there, we were the production team there, and
Right.
like we made stuff for the channel, and we were employees of the company. So it wasn't like Brett. I mean, Brett may have a YouTube channel, or I may have a
They-
YouTube channel, but we were employed by the
I see what
company
you're
to make
saying.
the content.
It wasn't
And the
a
same
di-
for
it wasn't a
Inside
diss.
Gaming
It wasn't a
and
diss that-
Respawn, like Inbox, and all those
Lindsay,
shows.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to make sure that you had the correct information,
I
because
do have the
even
correct
when I tried to
information.
correct
I'm
you,
just-
you went again and was like,
So
Actually-
it had. So there's
I'm
two.
just saying,
But there
I'm
was
just
a component that you're talking about where they did upload other.
it was,
people's content.
yeah.
That's all they did for the most
For
part.
a while, that was.
They gained a lot of traction from. It wasn't because Machinima was already popular and
Yeah.
it took on videos. Red versus Blue is a good example. A lot of the Halo 3 Machinimas, even before that, it was Quake, and it wasn't anyone specifically that was like, I am Machinima. It was just the art form, and it was like a good central base to upload that art form onto.
Yeah.
And so as a result, it blew up, and then I guess that's when people got hired to do in-house stuff, like you were talking about. But I'd say most of their pull and draw was people signing up, and then, I get my videos featured on Machinima. So,
A long time ago.
yeah. But obviously, there's creators that worked in-house, like you mentioned, like Funhouse, that are no longer part of it. And you even,
Yeah.
because you're here now. Such a better...
I mean, I've had other
place.
jobs in between then. We're talking about 2010.
I just see Machinima and then you being here.
That's the timeline.
I know. We actually just celebrated 10 years of being in LA.
11 years.
11 years.
Long time.
So yeah, 9 years of Machinima, and then 2 years of Couch Hop.
So
That's how it went.
You originally moved here for Machinima.
No, I moved here to go to film school.
Oh, then you ended up.
And then I worked in Machinima in 2010.
Where did you go to film school?
The Los Angeles Film School.
Do you want to tell the people about Los Angeles
Don't
Film
go
School?
there.
Okay.
You went to film school too, though.
Why not LA Film School though? Is it a scam?
Because then you'll end up at a place like this.
Well,
Oh.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's just, honestly, I just don't think that people really need to, I don't think that everybody needs to go to college. And, if I could think back on it, I don't know. It definitely got me to move to LA, but I don't know that I would do the same thing again because it was a lot of money. I did end up getting an associate's degree out of it and a technical degree, but a lot of it
Yeah,
was,
on your
shitty.
sorry to cut you off. On your resume, that was like a big standout. Was that you had 2 degrees
Yeah.
in the LA Film School?
You've never even seen my resume.
Shit.
Brett's never even seen my
Yeah,
resume.
Little do you know, okay?
He was just like, hey, we're going to do
I
this
see-
company
I
and we're going
see-
to move to LA. You want a job?
That's pretty.
that the
I think that's what I said
Yeah.
to Brett. So I think he just pitched you the same pitch that I gave him. But yeah, like I said, Brett's not here anymore. So, speaking
Not here anymore.
wow. Okay. Great.
How was your experience in film school, Matt?
Well-
How would you rate it?
How would I rate it?
You went to school in Colorado.
Yeah, I went to school in Colorado with Brett. We went to the
Yeah,
university.
some people didn't know that you and Brett actually
Yep.
went to college together.
University of Colorado in Denver.
Yep.
Film program, which I think got exiled out of the university system now.
Oh, they don't have it there anymore?
It moved to this other university called Regis, which I think is like a private,
They
like
can do that?
Christian university. And I don't know what happened. Something scandalous. So if
Scandalous.
somebody can figure it out and put it in the comments. If anybody has any
Matt will
Any
intel.
alumni from that Christian school, specifically from the film school section.
Somebody has to know what happened because I think that film program started out at a community college, and they got kicked out of that community college and moved to like the University of Denver. I mean, of Colorado at Denver.
We've been filming. This is the second week. I guess this is the last day of the second week that we've been filming content that, for the most part, I feel like I've scheduled a lot of.
Yeah, you had come up with a lot of concepts.
Primarily because I wanted, because there was going to be obviously that gap where James is gone, and you know,
That just started.
luckily Alec is here all the time. Seemingly, I think he dropped out of college or something to be
I
here.
haven't dropped out of college.
When are you going to tell your dad that you're going to not get
I
that
haven't dropped out of
doctor's
college.
degree?
Stop, nobody knows this. Stop.
But we've been doing a lot more stuff because I didn't want people to think that we just be doing whatever boring content. So I'm hoping. You look like Brave Wilderness.
Yeah.
Coyote
Ugly.
Coyote.
Pretty ugly. The dance bar?
Yep.
Yikes.
What are you hoping?
I'm hoping that the content's enjoyable at the very least, because I feel like right now we're at a location and we just filmed a video, like I said earlier, at the LA River. I already got half my legs soaked as a result of it. It'll be a very epic, spicy video, but that's been pretty fun. So hopefully we get to do more travel stuff in the future and everything. But yeah, it's harder to find locations for us to do things that are like both fun for us and also entertaining to watch, and like having to do a lot of it because, like I said, Brett's low-key been moonlighting. I gotta talk to him about that after this podcast. But like I said, I hope that it's fun. It seemed like you had fun the other day. We were doing something stupid. What did you say? Do you remember which video that was? It was the bowling one. I don't know if that one went up.
That's the
not
only
yet.
one you enjoy.
No, I was saying you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And you get like a
He
concussion.
hit his
That
head.
was a fun
Yeah.
video.
Maybe because you get a concussion, that's why you enjoyed it.
Yeah, that
So he doesn't remember.
Right.
last week was like painful. I had
It was painful.
Last week was painful. I had a lot of injuries that last week for sure. The brain video's coming out. Yeah. The brain booster video that we did after that, I think it's in the BTS, right? It should be in the BTS. We had some stuff from that after the aftermath of that was like an internal pain, so it's not really easy to see, I guess. But I haven't had that before with any video, so that was interesting. Yeah, that bowling ball video was fucking gnarly, man. I didn't realize until after the fact how banged up I actually was.
That video's not out yet, though.
Yeah, it'll be out at some point. Yeah, I almost concussed myself 3 times.
Well, I guess this is kind of jumping topic a little bit here. But Matt, like I said, experienced, gritty skateboarder, has seen some fucked up stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you concussing your head's like nothing to this guy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. It's kind of going back to like James getting hurt, but like, what has been the most painful injury you guys have experienced? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah, I want to say Matt first. 'Cause
Skating?
Yours is gonna beat all of ours. I can promise you that.
No, it's not that bad. I kind of like, what the fuck? Hello.
Oh,
This is great.
okay.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good
having
morning.
me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I'll take this camera. Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey, we're back.
Okay, I think we're back. Are we
Let
back?
me tell you all about our third sponsor,
Okay.
Honey.
Tell them about the sponsor.
We've been doing all these crazy videos, and you had to buy a lot of random shit on Amazon.
That's right.
You can use Honey,
Oh.
save money.
Great. I have been using Honey, and I have saved money.
Yeah, 'cause
Buying all that
I've
random
seen
shit.
some of the price tags on some of these things, so we need to save some
Hey,
money.
listen.
With millions of top-rated sellers offering the exact same products on Amazon, finding the best deal feels like looking for an invisible needle in the world's biggest haystack. More than 10 million people are using Honey to save money. Honey has over 100,000 five-star reviews on the Google Chrome store. Time magazine says it's basically free money. So next time you're shopping on Amazon, don't wonder if you found the best deal. Just add Honey and get the best price automatically. Add Honey for free at joinhoney.com/CCTV. That's joinhoney.com/CCTV. Honey, the smart shopping assistant that helps you save time and money.
Great.
Great.
Awesome. So Matt,
Okay, so anyway, as I was saying before the lights went out, my worst injury was probably going up a Euro gap once. I don't think I'd ever landed it before.
what was that?
A Euro gap's like there's a ramp and then there's stairs at the top of the ramp.
Oh.
And you have to try to clear the stairs
Yeah, I've
up.
seen those. Yeah.
So it was only 2 stairs, but I caught the stair. I'd already broken one board and then came back, caught the stair again, and like twisted my ankle. It didn't break, but it was like I felt it twist like twice. It like twisted once and then I felt it like twist again.
Oh no.
And like it broke like a couple toes. It was all purple. And it was like almost like a year before it felt 100% again.
Stationary.
And then I like a few months after it was like completely healed, I almost did the same thing. Almost as bad, but not quite as bad.
But did you land it that time?
The second time, well, it was a different trick I was doing the second time that I'd already landed once, and I was going back to try to clean it up
Oh, okay.
when I twisted
so
my
you
ankle.
overcame it in the end, at least.
Yeah, I overcame it. Yeah, I've landed both those tricks.
Nice. Was that was your most painful injury in general, or just? For
One
skating?
time I wasn't sure if I'd broken my ribs or not. So I went to this doctor and they told me like, you know, if they are broken, there's nothing we could really do about it. But I was like, okay, but what if one of the ribs is like punctured my lung? And they said, oh yeah, well then that would be a cause for concern.
What the hell?
Wow.
I guess you'd be coughing up blood.
Yeah,
like,
I think
retrospect,
I would
right?
have been in a lot more pain.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
One time I punched a griddle and split my knuckle open.
griddle?
What was the
Why'd
griddle
you-
doing that?
What did the griddle do?
Hey, what'd
to
you punch it for?
I was like play fighting with my friend's cousin, like arm punches, you know? And he was like, all right, just hit me as hard as you can. I was like, dude, I'm gonna hit you really hard. He's like, okay, do it. And I was like, winding up. And then he moves. And I punched a griddle.
He was in front of a griddle?
We were in the kitchen, yeah, we were in the kitchen.
Oh,
and I
that
punched the
sucks.
griddle. And like, it was exposed all like down the ligaments and bones and my hands. Luckily, my friend's mom was a nurse, but yeah, it like, that's why I have this little scar. I mean, I'll show you later, but you see my little scar?
I see it.
Yeah, because I punched a griddle. Had to get like 3 or 4 stitches. That was pretty
Gnarly.
painful. I broke my collarbone when I was like 3, but I don't really remember that.
When you were 3?
Yeah, I like fell on a dishwasher rack. But this I do remember, and that was really painful. That was like when I was in high school.
That's foul.
Yeah, you see my little scar there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm tough.
Nar.
What about you, Alex?
I had a broken like finger where I was like in maybe like middle school, 8th grade or something, and we were playing dodgeball, and I was like holding like one of the regular balls, and this was during like sort of like a recess gym, you know, like not an actual gym, but this kid threw a basketball at me, and like I went to try to block it, and the basketball hit my thumb like directly on you know, basketball thumb, and so it jammed it, and then it, you know, cracked a couple times in my thumb.
Yeah.
And I got to the nurse and she's like, oh, it's fine. But then I was like, oh, I can't move it. She's like, well, maybe we'll go to the doctor. And of course, when I go to the doctor, they scan it. They're like, yeah, you gotta wear a
I feel like
cast.
all these medical like professionals, they just try anything they can to not do their job. Yeah.
Well, because people do have a tendency to overreact a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so if they see that, you know, in the case of, let's go back to James, in the case of him breaking his leg and dislocating his shoulder, I think he just has such a high pain tolerance that you
He
couldn't
must
tell.
have.
You know?
He has to.
Or maybe he was in shock too, all the adrenaline
Yeah.
stuff. You know, I got bit by a dog once.
It definitely got worse for him as our trip went on.
Yeah. And I remember I had so much adrenaline that I didn't feel it at all. And it was clearly bleeding and there was holes all over my arm.
Shit.
But I think in his case, he probably was in some type of shock, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't start feeling pain until he was getting up. And
But that's why it was also hard to gauge how bad he actually was. So nobody knew, not even him.
yeah. I think the only way that I knew, and this is granted that I've known James for like almost a decade, is because he wasn't saying like a whole lot. And usually like I feel like if he does a bit, he'll be loud and then
Yeah.
he'll like talk about it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at first when he landed, I heard him be like, "Oh, like, and did it look good?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, he's fine." But then later he just kept laying there and we were like making jokes and stuff because I thought he's like, oh, he's probably maybe needs a second because like we've fallen, you know, like whatever, got hit the gut, gotta take a breather.
And I mean, like from the get-go when that happened, I mean, I was immediately like looking up urgent care and like which ER is the closest. And John was like already being like, okay, if he's actually hurt, I'm gonna get stuff together, like ice, like the frozen food, and like, you know, Brett was there to be like, just stay calm or whatever. But like what you don't see in that video is like everybody else being like, okay, what have we got to do next?
I wish that Brett was here to talk about, because he was going off on Twitter a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there was a few Reddit posts made about his lack of concern. But also, on the other side, Brett was with James through the emergency room.
Yep.
Hours of sitting there, bringing him there, talking to the doctor for him. So, anyone was MVP, I'd say it was probably Brett, you know? Got him in the wheelchair, got him out, all that stuff. So, well, that's sad, I guess. I don't know.
As of recording this today, though, he's had his surgery today.
I guess he would have had
And
his
he has like
surgery
6
today.
weeks of recovery, so I don't
Yeah.
know what the plan is for him.
I don't know. Like I said, we're 2 weeks in, and like I feel like I've gotten a whole lot less sleep because the second like I'm going home today, it'll be like what, Friday tomorrow, and Bert will be like, "What's next week?" And I'll be like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
And maybe it'll be like a board game, and then we don't have to, you know, be at LA River like in some apartment complex at 7 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the content's been pretty chill.
And we
pretty
just
fun.
started our streams.
Oh, that's the other
You
thing.
wanna mention that?
Yeah, you want to talk about that first
Talk
one?
about that briefly.
You want me to talk about the streams?
I could both talk about it.
I was just gonna say to announce it, like people let listeners know
Yeah.
that, you know, that's something that we're gonna be doing.
Okay.
But you don't have to go into detail
Okay,
because
yeah, I
like
won't-
it's late, it's cold, and
Yeah, yeah.
this is almost over. So.
We started streaming. This was like a.
Phone number or email address for Stephen
Easy.
What the heck?
How unprofessional.
started listening to me.
We started streaming recently on the Couch Hop YouTube gaming platform only because it's so accessible by everyone that's subbed. You just have to go on YouTube where you watch our stuff anyway, and our videos will be there. On top of it, like most of us stream on Twitch, and I thought it might be a good idea to carry it over there. I see a little bit like, not like so much conflict of interest, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to push our stuff onto the Couch Hop Twitch when like all of our stuff exists on YouTube. And on top of it, like it's easier for us to get those streams out to you guys faster when it just already exists on YouTube the second it's done. So that was why that decision was made. But our last stream was the Resident Evil 2 stream, and that was very epic because we've had a ton of phantom errors. And then after the first stream we did, which was the Halloween stream, was a 6-hour stream where we just, you know, we had a whole party and monsters and ghouls showed up. We had some technical difficulties at the start, and I thought we could get them out of the way for this stream, but going forward, the next Scuff stream should be better, I guess.
And it didn't help that I wasn't there for any of the technical setup of the Halloween stream. I was just there doing technical directing. And then I pretty much set up the whole stream for this past week, like the first one we did. And like, I didn't know the troubleshooting stuff that you had already gone through once before, you know? So I set it up to the best of my knowledge, and
It sucks because the first stream was, I felt like I was trying to push stuff with it because we had we had wireless cameras, and so we were sending signal across the warehouse with these like dinky little devices that I picked up, and that somehow still worked. But some of the problems that I had tried to fix at the beginning of the Halloween stream kind of carried over to this stream, and yeah, I felt really bad when we put out our first stream on YouTube gaming in a bit, and it was a little scuffed. But honestly, it's like cow chop.
I was
so-
gonna say it kind of was thematic.
No
for
one should
us.
be surprised. No one should be surprised that we redid the intro 3 times, that 4 of the cameras that we have didn't work, and then the rest of it was like pretty much done on webcam. But we'll probably do more
I
of
tried
that.
to spice it up in the middle of it, mixed in some fun shots.
Some memes in there.
People liked it.
People like the memes.
People liked it.
But yeah, that will be going forward hopefully very soon once we not fuck it up next time, and that should be its own video.
Should be
on
every
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Yeah, and we'll get some cool plans in there for that, so it's not just you're watching gameplay for an hour and then you go back to sleep or whatever, then you woke up from to watch the stream in the first place. Hopefully it'll be much more epic. So yeah, it's getting dark.
It's cold.
It's cold. I'm wet.
It's a little cold.
I think I'm getting hypothermia. It's negative 51 in Chicago, and it was 57 degrees here today. So we're feeling it here too, Chicagoans.
It's so cold.
It was very cool for us here today too. Oh, that's it. Thank you, Matt.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt, for being.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alec.
I was like pointing. That worked. Okay.
Okay.
On a last note, though, moving forward, what can people expect from Cow Chop content? Without
You tell
James?
me, dude. Why don't you tell me?
You tell
I'm
him.
like everything.
You tell them.
More of the same.
More of the same. Even though James isn't here, I just want people to know that there are still people here who care about the channel, and we're still making stuff. So I don't expect there to be like a declining quality. I hope not, at least.
Alec has been here for like a year now. Can you believe that?
Coming up on a year.
What the fuck?
Almost been a year.
He wasn't on camera a year
ago.
ago, but I mean, I brought him in as an intern in February.
But we're still making stuff. A lot of stuff, actually. Alex, you're working your ass off with ideas. Hopefully, with James gone, we can still have some other personalities come in and show you some new stuff. We got Matt. Lindsay.
Let's just go to James's house
go to
while he's like
James's house.
recovering from
James's house.
Film
surgery.
a podcast
Next
outside of
CCTV
the
will
window.
be at James's house, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Bedridden.
And our iTunes listeners, of course, thank you to our sponsor this week. And we will see you guys on the not next week's, but the weeks after that podcast.
Yep.
For another exciting CCTV.
I think that's the Frogtown Crips over there.
Yeah, we're gonna get ambushed.
Is there somebody over there?
Yes.
Hey, come look at the site.
Oh, cool. Can you download the Foo Fighters?
Yeah, hold on. What did I do? You know it's illegal, download copyrighted music. I'm taking you in.
Pay for music, never legally download.